Everyone thinks that movie is based on a true story. It literally starts with based on true events. So naturally, people assume the story is real. Jack, Rose, the romance, the sacrifice. But here's the problem. Almost everything you remember from that movie is completely made up. And not just small details. I'm talking fake characters, fake timelines, fake decisions, and even fake behavior from real people. So today, we're not talking about what the Titanic got right. We're talking about how the Titanic movie is actually not a true story at all. Let's start with the biggest illusion. Jack and Rose, the emotional core of the entire movie, the reason people cry, the reason people remember it, the reason people think the story is true. Except Jack Dawson never existed. Rose DeWitt Bukater never existed. This entire love story, the heart of the film, is fiction. It was created to give you a perspective across social classes, a way to explore the ship, and an emotional anchor. But in reality, there was no poor artist winning a ticket. No forbidden romance, no dramatic goodbye in freezing water. The most famous line in the movie, "You jump, I jump," never happened. So already, the true story people think they're watching is actually built on a completely fictional foundation. Now here's where it gets interesting, because the movie does include real people, but it doesn't portray them accurately. Let's talk about one of the most famous examples, Ismay, the villain. In the movie, J. Bruce Ismay is basically portrayed as cowardly, greedy, obsessed with speed, and someone who escapes while others die. But in real life, it's way more complicated. There is no solid evidence he forced the ship to go faster. He helped load passengers into lifeboats. And yes, he survived, but not in the cartoonishly selfish way the movie shows. The film simplifies him into a villain because stories need villains, but real life is messy. Captain Smith, the hero. In the movie, he's calm, noble, almost myth-like. In reality, we don't actually know exactly how he behaved in his final moments. A lot of what you see is interpretation, not fact. So even when the movie uses real people, it reshapes them into characters. Because this isn't history, it's storytelling. Now let's talk about the sinking, because yes, the Titanic did hit an iceberg, but the way it's shown, heavily dramatized, the panic level. In the movie, chaos everywhere, screaming crowds, total breakdown. In real life, at first, people didn't even realize the danger. The ship didn't look like it was sinking immediately. Many passengers stayed calm. Some didn't even want to get into lifeboats. Why? Because the Titanic was believed to be unsinkable. So instead of instant panic, there was confusion. Hesitation, which is honestly even scarier, the timing of it. The movie makes everything feel fast and intense, but in reality, the Titanic took over 2.5 hours to sink. That's a long time, a slow realization, a gradual shift from "we're fine" to "this is actually happening." The movie compresses that experience to keep you on edge. Let's go through some of the most famous scenes. I'm the king of the world. Great scene. Did it happen? No. The band playing until the end. This one is partially true. The band did play during the evacuation. But the exact song, the exact moment, still debated. The movie presents it like a confirmed cinematic moment. But reality? We don't know the full details. The locked gates class separation drama. The movie shows lower class passengers being literally locked away. In reality, there were class differences, yes, but the idea of people being physically trapped behind gates like that, highly exaggerated. Again, it's visual storytelling, not strict history. Jack freezing in the water. Now here's the ironic part. This is one of the most emotional scenes ever, but the whole situation only exists because Jack is fictional. So the most iconic death in the movie is also completely invented. Now here's where we flip the perspective, because this isn't just about calling the movie fake, it's about understanding why it had to be. A fully accurate Titanic movie would look very different. No central love story, no clear protagonist, dozens of disconnected experiences, a slow, confusing disaster. That's not a movie, that's a documentary. So what did the filmmakers do? They built a fictional story inside a real event. Jack and Rose are basically a lens. They allow you to move through different parts of the ship, feel the contrast between classes, experience the sinking emotionally. So yes, it's not a true story. But it feels true, and that's the trick. Here's the part people don't talk about enough. The real Titanic story is arguably more unsettling than the movie, because there was no dramatic music, no main characters, no cinematic structure. Just people unsure of what's happening, lifeboats leaving half empty, decisions being made with incomplete information, and a slow realization that it's too late. No hero moment, no perfect ending, just chaos in slow motion. The movie gives you closure. Reality didn't. So, is the Titanic movie based on a true story? Technically, yes. But the story you remember, the one that made you emotional, the one that stuck with you, that story never happened. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. Because sometimes the most believable stories are the ones that were never real to begin with. If you enjoy breaking down movies like this, where what everyone believes isn't actually true, then you're in the right place. This is Shake the Lore, and we're just getting started.